Picture this. One sheet of parchment decides whether a man spends the rest of his life in chains or walks free. That's not a movie plot. That's Onesimus's Monday. He's a runaway slave, and the only thing between him and a possible crucifixion is the letter Paul's scribbling from a Roman jail. Stick around. In 15 minutes you'll see why the tiniest book Paul ever wrote is also the boldest, and why its quiet punchline about forgiveness can still blow a hole in the walls we build today. And I promise you there's a secret hidden in this letter that will change how you see forgiveness forever. Most of us treat Philemon like a post-it note, short, sweet, skip it. But under those 335 King James words rumbles a social earthquake. Feel the shock waves, and you'll meet three people standing right on the fault line. Colossae, modern-day Turkey. Picture a mid-sized town where half the neighbors are slaves. Roman law doesn't do second chances. Runaway equals flogging, branding, or worse. Onesimus, whose name literally means useful, had once been Philemon's go-to guy. Then he vanished. Did he rob the till? Just hit the road? Paul only mentions wrongs in verse 18. Either way, Onesimus owes more than he can repay and carries a death sentence in his back pocket. Somehow, Onesimus logs 1,000 miles, maybe by boat, maybe by bribing sleepy dock guards, and crashes into Paul in Rome. Both of them are inmates, just on different floors. Paul tells him about Jesus. Onesimus believes. The useless runaway becomes useful again. Then the twist. Paul mails him right back to the master he betrayed, letter in hand. That letter is Philemon. Let's eavesdrop on Paul's tightrope act. I'll read the juicy part aloud. Wherefore, though I might be much bold in Christ, to enjoin thee that which is convenient, yet for love's sake I rather beseech thee, being such an one as Paul the aged, and now also a prisoner of Jesus Christ. I beseech thee for my son Onesimus, whom I have begotten in my bonds, which in time past was to thee unprofitable, but now profitable to thee and to me. Notice Paul doesn't bark, "Free my friend." Instead he says, receive him, not now as a servant, but above a servant, a brother beloved. That word beloved is agapetos, the same one the Father uses for Jesus at his baptism. Paul just promoted a runaway slave to family. Imagine Philemon unrolling the scroll while neighbors wait for fireworks. Roman law demands payback. Paul offers a brand new script, forgive because you were forgiven first. Rome runs on honor and shame. Paul swaps the currency to grace and mercy. Verse 18, if he hath wronged thee or oweth thee aught, put that on mine account. The wording matches a business IOU, charge it to Paul. The apostle becomes Onesimus's cosmic cosigner, a tiny snapshot of what Jesus did for us on the cross. Here's the inside scoop. Forgiveness always costs the forgiver. Real reconciliation isn't erasing the tab, it's picking up the bill yourself. Paul modeled it. Christ embodied it. Philemon got the invitation to live it. Same deal when you forgive the snarky tweet, the coworker who torpedoed your project, or the family wound that's been festering since 1994. You eat the debt so the relationship can reboot on grace, not scorekeeping. Jump to today. Slavery is illegal in most places, but we still sort people into useful or useless, insiders or nobodies. Philemon side-eyes every church clique, political echo chamber, and racial divide. If a runaway slave can become a co-heir with Christ, so can the person you're mentally blocking right now. Who in your world needs to be welcomed as family instead of labeled and filed away? Paul's genius? He never stages an anti-slavery protest. He just makes the whole system look ridiculous inside the church. When Philemon hugs Onesimus as a brother, Rome can still call the man property, but the gospel has already ripped the label off. History backs it up by the 4th century Christians were buying slaves just to set them free. One tiny letter, tidal wave ripple. So next time you skip Philemon because it's short, remember, its size is its superpower. A runaway carried the gospel back to his master, and a single line, "Receive him as a brother," knocked a hole in the Roman Empire. The parchment's ancient, but the invitation's still hot. Who do you need to welcome today? And what bill are you willing to pay so someone else can finally breathe free? If this made Philemon feel brand new, smash that like so more people can find it, and subscribe for more deep dives that turn small books into big truths. Comment below what wall in your world needs the Philemon treatment.